Hello. Sorry, I didn't. I was doing something. So today's live is about. Uh, 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 Let me just get for you the flyer. Uh, Andy Wagner. Uh, I've got this to show you because I thought I'll show you this quickly. This is at the stage. This is a website where you can get a T-shirt to support the case. You can buy a T-shirt. It takes up to 15 business days. Tells you how to machine wash and things like that. You can collect your size. In loving memory, Andy's tea. All these things. I thought that it'd be a good way to show support if you want to. Uh, Buy a T-shirt for Andy. I'm not quite sure where the money goes, but we will find that out Wednesday because we'll be having the family on. So there's that. Da-da-da-da. So I'll get that. Um, Also, at the top, if you are in Indiana and you want to support not just Andy's case, but all cases in the area, uh, all cases in the area, at the top I've linked it's DNA, and it basically they're doing a run. You can walk the run, and the money goes to DNA awareness. So cold cases and cases that haven't been solved, the money goes to them to help fund their research and whatnot. Let's get that up. So 5K run is $30, and then it's at 9 a.m. So I'll increases July 21st. So today, and then you got the kids run underneath, which is about 50 yards, and the money goes to, like I said, helping cold cases in the area that need DNA. Where I'm guessing outside intervention happens. So let me remove that. Get our flyer back up. So Andy Wagner is from Evansville, Indiana. Andy was last seen on the 6th of August, 2022, leaving her grandparents' home on Stanford Drive. Andy called her mother in Texas and told her that she wanted to move away from Evansville. Her mom agreed to come and get her in 2 weeks' time. Andy had also spoken to her sister briefly that day. Andy was packing a bag to visit a friend and was excited about the up and coming move to Texas. None of Andy's friends or family have heard from her since. Details known about Andy. So she's 5'4", 129, 125 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes, pierced ears, and she was last seen wearing an orange tank top and jeans. Andy has tattoos. Let me get those up for you. Left forearm, a dream catcher, a rose, and the name Elaine Dora and Joshua Wayne Brown. Also on that arm are Roman numerals. Left ankle has a small rocket. She also has several tattoos on her fingers. It may be key to note that Andi has struggled with addiction in her time. If anybody has any information regarding Andi and her whereabouts, please contact Evansville PD on 812-436-7896. Her case number is 2215858. Any information, please contact law enforcement. Now, I'm not looking for tips. I don't want you to send me tips. I'm in the UK for starters. Second of all, I'm not an investigator. But I will say we are having the family on Wednesday. It will be a pre-recorded because of the time, but we are having the family on. If you have any questions you personally want to ask the family, please put them in the comments to this video, and I'll make a note of them and I'll go through them with the family. Okay, I'm going to quickly check the comments for you. Well, the chat. She was 24 when she went missing. Karen. Du-du-du. So yeah, anybody in the local area, anybody in Indiana, it'd be great. What I want to do is I want people to distribute flyers. I'm not asking you to go out for hours and hours on end. I'm just saying, like, you're going uptown, so you're going up your local town or high street. Take a couple of flyers with you, distribute them. The website again is in my Discord for the t-shirts. If a moderator can go to it, it's just in my True Crime Lives. There's a drop for Andy Wagner, a thread, sorry. Go to that and get the link for me and just drop it in the chat in case anybody's interested. The link for the DNA website is pinned in the chat. If you want to have a look at that, have a look at that. It looks like it helps a number of cases. Okay, let me get this off my screen. Yeah, it's really important that you share this live out. If you have Facebook and you're in Indiana, share it to your personal Facebook because people in Indiana might know something and it'll help the case, it'll help the family get the answers they need. Again, 24 when she went missing. Yeah. So that's great, Karen. Thank you for that. Yeah, share it to your Facebook and just say, please watch missing person. Even if it's just your friends and family that watch, one of them might, have heard the story and might know something or have heard something, and it could be valuable to the family. That a tip's given in because it looks like this case need. Remember, Doug Carter kept saying the Delphi case needs just that one tip. This is what sounds like it's very similar. So until we have the family on and we know more, what I've got here, it sounds like they just need that one tip. Yeah, don't worry about it, rescue. There's other people that can drop links. That's all of her identifying details and information on her last known sightings and contact. Now, this is where it gets a bit okay. I didn't expect this. But before I do, let me show you her face close up so we can keep her out there, keep her eyes out there. There is a Facebook group, but I don't know if it's the family, so I won't be sharing it in here. But if it is the family, I will be sharing it Wednesday. So this is Andy. Da, da, da. Okay. Yes, rescue. There's a Discord. Okay. So right, let's get to the. Why is it doing this? Let's get to the information that I found out regarding the investigation. Well, what we know. So somebody went to the police and claimed he had knowledge of the case, and it looks like he might have shot himself in the foot. So let me just play this clip for you, explaining a little bit, and then I'll go into details over it with you. There is a PCA and there is an affidavit, but they're both sealed. But I do have a lot of the information in it.
Following three breaking stories right now. First, Evansville police confirm a criminal investigation in Gibson County this week is in reference to the missing woman, Andi Wagner. We were on scene yesterday as several law enforcement agencies searched a home near County Road 200 South. Police say the FBI got a tip related to Wagner. We know they searched three locations in Oakland City yesterday. We're told evidence collected has been sent to the state lab for testing. Officials say Wagner has been missing since 2022.
An update to a story we first reported earlier this week as authorities confirmed Tuesday's search warrants in Gibson County were in fact related to the search for Andi Wagner, who went missing back in 2022.
EPD officials confirmed Wednesday that three locations were searched in Oakland City after the FBI received a tip regarding Wagner. The searches led to the collection of evidence that was sent to the state lab for testing. We'll keep you updated once the results of those tests become available.
An update to a story we first reported.
Yeah. So this tip that they received, Robert Lamberson, 42, claimed to have 42 at the time this was written, not the time I wrote it. It was about a year ago. Claimed to have information on Andi Wagner and what may have happened to her. A jailhouse confession from Mr. Lamberson, who was charged in an unrelated narcotics and child solicitation, offered what he claims were details about Wagner's disappearance. He did distance himself from any involvement. Mr. Lamberson's connection to Andy's case traces to his arrest in March, when he was accused of possession of methamphetamine. Lamberson's house/trailer was searched, and detectives wrote in an affidavit that they found items they considered unusual in addition to narcotics. From the affidavit, in Mr. Lamberson's home, Lamberson's bedroom, where were chains hanging from the ceiling and what appeared to be restraints. Stated in the affidavit, detectives also reported finding handmade drawings of naked females affixed to the walls of Lamberson's bedroom. So he had drawings that he had made um, of women. I'm guessing that were in vulnerable situations that were naked and tied tied up and chained up, and it seems pretty disgusting, to be honest. But I'd also like to point out evidence in there pointed to child solicitation. There was a young girl and her mom living with him. Now, there is an eviction notice shortly after his arrest, and it has a woman's name on. So I'm guessing once he got caught, because his properties are listed under his name and his mom's name. You'll see later on his property is out there in the middle of nowhere, so it's all very, very questionable. And like I said, that one tip could help solve this case. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Those clips were from May the 8th and 9th. Yeah, so it was about a year ago, weren't he? Yeah, Karen. Well, I'm going to go into that in a minute. He basically implicated someone who's no longer with us. So this is 2022. She went missing. It's Indiana, Evansville, and we're going to be having the family on Wednesday, Paulie. So the family will be coming on Wednesday. If anybody has any questions they want to ask the family, go to the comment section, put your comments there, and I'll do my best to get every single one of them answered. Or after this live, I'll be posting the flyers for people to grab and share as they see fit, whether it's on Facebook, whatever. Share the flyers. You can also comment on there any questions you want to ask the family. And between now and Wednesday, I will get them noted down and I'll ask them. Please don't message me the questions because I'd rather it all in one place for me to search it all. Yeah, you're around about 43 now, Karen. Yeah, so she was last seen leaving her grandparents' house on. Hang on 1 second, I'll tell you. Stanford Drive. So Stanford Drive. She was last seen there, leaving. She was going to visit a friend, but I'm guessing she never turned up. Well, that's for you to decide, Karen. I'm going to carry on reading now. So, Pike County Sheriff's Office highlighted that a 15-year-old and her mother was staying with Mr. Lamberson at the time. Lamberson was charged with child solicitation, a level 5 felony. Lamberson was sentenced to serve a 6-year prison term for the meth case. So he's in prison now. That's probably why they're not rushing around trying to get him because they've got him in prison at the moment. Let me play you this clip. This clip is, let me have a look. Free location search. This is Andy's cousin speaking to the news. Okay. I've seen Andy's cousin. She's very active amongst the missing person groups. But she's not the one that I've spoken to. But she's very active amongst the missing person groups. I believe she has a group for Andy, but I've yet to find it. Once I find it, I will post it because this case is going to be our case now. We're going to keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. We do Evansdale to bring Evansdale awareness and that, but they have a fantastic team behind them. Drew has a fantastic support team behind him. Ruckus, actually does things, yeah, and Ruckus is involved in that. So right now, Evansdale is just an awareness thing. There's no updates or anything to give you. So that'll be once a month. Same with Flora. If there's any updates, we'll bring them to you. But this one is going to be our main focus. Once we've had the family on, we're then going to try and build with the family. What I want to start doing, guys, is the finances that we raise with the channel through super chats and memberships, I want to put it back into the channel by helping the families distribute leaflets in the areas and things like that. So we're not just building awareness, we're helping as much as we can. We're not going to be investigators, but we are going to help as much as we can. I don't just want to be a creator that sits here and makes money off these cases. I want to put the money that we're making back into them. Like the DNA thing, Bossy is volunteering to go down and do it. So I said, from now on, any money that's sent via PayPal will go towards people in Indiana that want to attend that. So if you donate to PayPal now, that money will go to that. It won't go to StreamYard. The StreamYard will be paid for by me this time, and anything that goes to PayPal, we're going to try and get as many people on this run because you can walk it as well, and that way we're raising money then, not just for this case, but for cold cases in Indiana. So let me play this clip.
We have an update in the search for a young woman missing for almost 2 years now.
DeSantis joins us after talking to family who say a nonprofit has agreed to triple the cash reward for information leading to find her.
Well, that's right, Randy Brienne, $25,000. No, that's the amount that is now being offered for any information that leads to answers in the search for Andi Wagner. Andi disappeared from Oakland City 2 years ago next week. Still, though, officials say they hope this new reward acts as an incentive to get the break in the case they really need.
We just want to find her. We just want to find her.
Almost 2 years after Andi Wagner was last seen in Oakland City, her family has new reason for hope, thanks to a $25,000 reward being offered for information leading to Andi's recovery.
It's way more than the $5,000 that we put up, so we're hoping that it gets somebody to talk.
Andi Wagner's cousin Frankie says her family and friends have held vigils and searches on their own with no answers.
We lost Andi's mom in December as well, so it made everything harder than it already was or is, but it also gave us the push to keep going.
Earlier this summer, EPD, state police, and the FBI searched 3 locations in Oakland City after receiving a tip about Andi. Those searches still haven't led to finding her.
It's kind of bittersweet. Like, I don't want to find my cousin in a horrible, I don't want to find her like that, but at the same time, she needs to be found. It's time for her to come home.
Brian Fitzgibbons, an investigator with private security company USPA, says nonprofit Kingsman Philanthropic Corps has put up the money for the increased reward.
We've done this all over the country, and it has led to tips coming in, and we're really hopeful in this case that this money will act as an incentive for somebody to pick up the phone and give us some information.
While the nonprofit often promotes cases of missing women and children, the $25,000 reward is the largest the group is currently offering.
This case has been a priority for Kingsman for quite some time, and it will continue to be until we find some answers for Andi and her family.
Anyone with information on Andi's whereabouts is encouraged to call the Evansville Police Department or the FBI. Again, that $25,000 reward could go to anyone with information leading to Wagner's recovery.
Okay, so as you can see on the screen, I've highlighted this comment, be Andi's voice. This channel is going to be Andi's voice. You guys can make the difference, even if it is just dropping a leaflet when you're going shopping, asking in your local shop, if you're in Indiana, can I put this in your window, please? It's really important that we help as much as we can as a thank you for the family coming on and giving us what they know. And what I plan to do is, yes, we're going to ask your questions, like I said, but we're also going to learn about Andi as a person. That's what I want to learn about. And Wednesday, that's hopefully what we're going to learn, what she was like as a person. And obviously, your questions will be answered. Again, if you're on replay or just coming in, put your questions that you want to ask the family in the comments to this video, and I'll note them down. And when I speak to the family, we'll ask these questions. Keep the questions respectable. And if you're going to, when you share this video, whether it be on Facebook, in a group, or on Twitter, Twitter's a great place to share a video. This hashtag is what the family's using. Okay, so that was a cousin. That was Frankie speaking on behalf of Andi. And this is, while logged at Pike County Jail, Lamberson approached Dallas Killian, the Chief Deputy of Pike County Sheriff's Office, offering information regarding Andi Wagner. Now, it doesn't say that he was trying to make a deal or anything, but as we know, like Keegan Klein, that's what these type of people try to do. Lamberson purported information about Wagner's disappearance and stopped short of implementing himself. So he basically was giving them the information and then closed up. As a first-hand party, he also claimed he had got this information from a deceased friend. This information is all in an affidavit, that's sealed. There is also a PCA that's also sealed. We tried to get it, but it's sealed. Susie in the chat, she tried to get it. Turbo also helped try and get it. Detective stated, though Lamberson, mannerism and demeanour led them to believe he may have tried to distance himself from events he had first-hand knowledge of. The information was at least partly credible. Lamberson knew details about Andi that were not publicly known. So he knew information that the public didn't know. Anything he told the police, well, the sheriff's department, things that hadn't yet been declared. Lamberson also claimed to have information about where to find Andi Wagner, though that lead did not pan out. The reason that one didn't pan out, ladies and gentlemen, is because ultimately Lamberson offered second-hand information to where Andi Wagner might be located, but proved to be far too general of an area to be of any use in locating her. So basically, he said, this is where she is. They went out to the area and noticed it wasn't just some small little, it was a big area. Pike County Sheriff's Office detective wrote in the affidavit that by September they were able to confirm through independent sources that Lamberson was involved with either Andy's disappearance or the unaliving of another adult female. Evansville Police spokeswoman Sergeant Taylor Merris said that EPD was not made aware of Lamberson or his statements about Andy's case. However, EPD continues to investigate all leads with other agencies and the FBI, and that they hope this lead is a step forward in finding Andy. So, this guy, in my opinion, could be the guy. So, if you guys share this out, this could hit someone in the fields who might know something, and that way might give that one tip that helps solve the case. Right, so this next clip is Family Talk Andy. So this is them talking about Andy as a person.
The family of a missing woman is speaking out tonight. They say it's been weeks since they last heard from her and are asking for the community's help to locate her. 44 News reporter Sydney Spencer, she sat down with the family and is sharing how the Tri-State can help.
We just need to know that our daughter's okay, our granddaughter's okay.
24-year-old Andi Wagner of Evansville was last seen and heard from by family and friends on August 6th around 8:30 p.m. She was reported missing by her family August 12th.
I put it on the Indiana Missing People page, shared it on our pages.
Her mother, Elaine Garcia, lives in Texas. Although miles away, she said she would frequently keep in contact with Andi and her other family members in Evansville. Garcia said she recalls a conversation with Andi, stating that she wanted to leave Evansville.
I had told her that I was coming for her sister's birthday. She could go with me. Then she disappeared.
Her sudden disappearance out of the norm. Her family says it's unusual for Andi to go days with little to no contact, which is why they're speaking out, asking the community to help find her.
Keep your eyes open if you can. If you see anybody remotely that looks like Andi, just call the tip line.
According to the flyer, Andi is 5 feet 6 inches and 115 pounds. She has dark brown hair, brown eyes, and was last seen wearing an orange tank top and jeans. She is often known to be in Oakland City and the Newburgh area.
She's a bright young lady, you know. She's very outgoing.
And despite previous reports, her family says she is not homeless.
She had a home here with her grandparents or with her dad. She was not homeless. She always had a home to come to.
It's been 17 days since she was last seen or heard from, and her family is doing all they can to get the word out about it, asking for prayers that Andi returns home safely.
I have to go back to Texas, and I have to go if I have to leave without knowing if she's okay or if she's not found. It's gonna be hard, you know, going back to work, going back to Texas, not knowing.
If you have any information regarding Andi's whereabouts, you are encouraged to call the number shown on the screen or the Evansville Police Adult Investigations Unit at 812-436-7979. Reporting in Evansville, Sydney Spencer, 44 News.
So those of you that are Indiana based, it doesn't matter what part of Indiana you are, share this to your personal Facebooks because it could incent that tip. There is a $20,000 reward. That is a big reward. So if anybody has any information out there, you guys sharing it could just trigger that tip. So please, please, please share it. I'm not 100% sure. No, I won't mention that on here because I don't know, so I won't. But yeah, if you live in Indiana, get to me, and I will get the money to you for some flyers. will get some flyers spread across the state to help put Andy's face out there. So, the disappearance of Andi Wagner, a female from Evansville, last seen August 2022. Lamberson, hang on, this is the beginning. I apologise. Otwell Robert Lawson. Let's make it bigger so I can read it. In a second, guys, we will be going over his property. Otwell Robert Lamberson, 42, who was arrested in March of 2024 after police recovered more than 100 grams of crystal meth, was also charged with child solicitation after a search in March revealed several things of concern to the police. After a search warrant for Lamberson's trailer was conducted, an interview with a child who lived at Lamberson's residence. During the search, police found many sexual toys, hand drawings on the walls, and naked females, and chains hanging from the ceiling with manacles and restraints. Police were concerned with the fact that a child under 18 of age was staying at a trailer with her parent. While in Polk County Jail, Lamberson approached Chief Deputy, who we mentioned earlier, but it's gone off my screen, about the disappearance of Andi Wagner. So again, if you're in that area, yeah, Ruckus, because I'm not sure about that actually, but yeah, what it was, it weren't originally sealed. Originally, the sheriff was saying it'll be on the court dockets this week, and then this week never come, and then all of a sudden it got sealed. Of Andi Wagner, a female from Evansville, last seen August of 2022. According to the probable cause affidavit, Lamberson's information about Wagner's disappearance stopped short of implementing himself as a first-hand party to Wagner's murder, as he claimed he had gotten the information of the murder from a deceased friend. Police felt Lamberson's mannerisms and demeanour, including making a joke about having sex with a corpse, seemed to police as if he was attempting to place himself one step removed from details which he actually had first-hand knowledge of. Lamberson was available to provide some not widely known details about Wagner and his deceased friend that the state police and FBI were able to confirm as correct. A search warrant to search Lamberson's cell phone for evidence, which led to the discovery. Going over to the next one. Okay, so trigger warning for this one. No, that's not it. Sorry. Yeah. Trigger warning for this next one because this next one is pretty graphic. Okay. Led to the discovery of child erotica, described by an investigator, and the discovery of child solicitation of the child living in Lamberson's home in February and March of 2024. The probable cause affidavit stated that all the messaging depicted persons performing sexual acts from Lamberson to the child, and the purchase of sex toys by Lamberson, which were given to the child, occurred February and March in 2024. In and around the residence of Lamberson, the child later admitted that Lamberson had brought her numerous sex toys and also admitted that inappropriate acts involving Lamberson that was sexual in nature. Due to the nature of the evidence found and testimony from the victim, Lamberson has been charged with Class 5 felony of child solicitation and is currently imprisoned, waiting pre-trial January 2025. Now, I couldn't find anything in that case, but as you can imagine, because it's involving a child, it is most likely sealed. So, Aurora, can you drop the link to the T-shirt website again, just in case anybody wants to buy a T-shirt and support the family? I don't know where this money goes, but I know that the family are promoting it. Again, here's Andy. This is Andy again. Here's a flyer. I've got numerous flyers. Whichever ones you guys want to print off and hand out, if that's what you do, is up to you. This is Missing in America, so we know it's legit because Missing in America do fantastic work. This is, I believe, what are they called? It's not them anyway. But as you can see, $25,000 reward for any information regarding Andy. This must lead to an arrest, bringing Andy home safely, or the discovery of Andy. We have this flyer. I believe the family made this flyer because there's quite a few of them and they're all different ways around and things like that. This one's not so clear with, the details on it, and might cost a bit of an arm and a leg to print. So I recommend the other two for printing. But this one definitely put on Facebook. If you've got Facebook, you live in Indiana, share this because this is what's important. Again, share it along with these images. It's a closer up image of Andy's tattoos. Yeah, these are how they're going to identify her, whether she's in a homeless camp somewhere or something along them lines. We know for a fact she's not homeless because the family have just said that she will always have a place with them. Here's some more images of Andy. These are being shared again by her cousin Frankie on Facebook. She's very active amongst the missing people's groups. Karen, she never left to go to Texas. Her mum was coming to pick her up to take her to Texas, but that never happened because she left her grandparents' house to go and stop with a friend. I'm guessing to share the news and to spend some time with a friend, but it never happened because she went missing. So there's that. Yeah, yes. Again, that's the website that I went through at the beginning. The T-shirts look really well done as well, and they're cheaper. I think they was $19.99, whereas normally T-shirts like this cost quite a bit. They're normally around about $30, and this is double-sided, and they look good quality. Just listen, only message. I'll try and get those T-shirts to wear during. Yeah. I'm going to get one because I'm going to get one to support them, and two, when I look back on this channel in several years' time, I want this to be something that we helped, through distributing flyers. We get that tip through, and I don't mean the channel, I mean that tip gets given in. anything like that, anything that can help, we need to be looking at doing. As I said, Bossy's going to be doing the 5K DNA run to help with unsolved cases in the area. Any money donated to the channel privately from now on, so PayPal, things like that, anything that's off, it's not a super chat or anything like that, will go to paying for that. It'll pay for, so if someone says, I want to go and distribute flyers, I will send someone, like they tell me how much the copies of the flyers cost, I will send them the money so they're not out of pocket. If there's a search in a case and it's in the local area to you, I will give you fuel money to get to it. So if you want to donate to the channel, that's where that money will be going now, because I'm not just going to sit here, use these missing persons faces, and then you watch me slowly change over the years, where my property starts looking nicer. I start, drinking expensive pop, clothes and bling. You're not going to see that. I'm going to be the same person I am now, and we're going to do things with the money that's raised on this channel. I want to try all the families that we have on the channel, build a network for them so they're all communicating, so they can discuss things together, like what Drew was talking about he has. Because I think it's important that families in this situation have each other, that they can talk their problems through and things like that. So I'm not good. I'm not planning on becoming rich off this channel. The more we grow and the more money we make, the more we can put back in to helping these families. Because I've worked with creators that have promised the same thing, but it never comes to fruition, and that's what we're going to do here. So if the case is local to you, okay, so if a case is local to you that we cover, make sure, even if it's just in your state, share it to your personal Facebook, because someone you know might know someone who knows something. I'm going to look at that after Ruckus. That's a bit interesting, any? Okay. Yeah, so we're going to try our hardest to get Bossy on this 5K run. It's 30. Let me get it up for you. It's $30 to run. You can walk it, but I'm sure Bossy's going to run and try and win it. It's $30, and then there's a small entrance fee. Anything we don't raise, I will pull the money out of my pocket and say, here. But I want to try and get as many people as we can on there. I know that Bossy said her son wants to do it to help and support her, and his girlfriend, wife, they want to do it. If you've got kids in the area, $20, take them down. If you want to do it yourself, go down or let me know. And again, any money that's donated to the channel, I'll pay for you to go and do it. Because and this month I'll pay for StreamYard. Don't worry about StreamYard. If you're donating and you normally donate towards StreamYard and Canva and that, I'll pay for that. This is where the donations will go this month, and this is in September. And while Bossy's out there, because she'll be walking, we'll get her to take some pictures and that, and we'll do an awareness day on it. I'm also in talks with having a private investigator come on and talk to us about them sort of things. Now, this guy's based in the UK, but we see private investigators from the US all the time. So I thought, let's have someone on that you guys haven't heard from before. You know what I mean? Something that you haven't heard from before. I'm interested because I know how investigations go in America through private investigator interviews I've seen on YouTube. Let's have someone on from the UK and let's learn how things are done in the UK. Heading to DQ. Again, this case could be something that Randy sets up a memorial walk for. If he's got the time and that, I know he's a busy man, but he does fantastic work. Even if it's not Randy gets a break on this case, and he just comes along and say, one of you guys organise it between us and get me involved, and we'll help promote it to get local people walking for Andy. Hello. You gotta stop chatting. I preferred your old name, to be fair, but you know, you like what you like. Oh. DQ saying you're me. Do they have red pop? I have no idea what that means, Ron. Hello, Randy, Freckle Joy. Oh, this is my other personality. Thank you for the donation. That could go towards some fly. You guys crap me up. So yeah, that's all the information I have on Andy. Again, if you have any questions you want to ask the family, get them in the comments. Type in the comment. Just keep them respectful. Type them in the comments. If you have any tips, again, I'll give you the number for that. Do not contact me with tips. I am not a police officer. I am not an investigator. I wouldn't know what to do with the information other than call it in. Maybe if you don't want to go to police, when we have the family on, they might have a tip line where they can take the information off you. I'll message you, Randy, about it. Okay, mate. I'll message you about it. I'll send you the flyer over on Facebook, and I'll talk to you about it. They do have bracelets. I seen on Facebook they were offering out bracelets. I don't know if there's a small fee for these bracelets, but they are very, very cool. They're like what Randy was giving out. So they're them rubber type bracelets, and they say "Be Andy's voice." They're purple with bright green writing on. So let me read this out for you again. If anyone has any information regarding Andy and her whereabouts, please contact Evansville PD on 812 436 7 896 and case number 22 15858. Okay, so if you have any information, this is who to contact. Evansville PD. It's not a $sign. It is the number 4, ladies and gentlemen. Apologise for that. But that's the information. That's who to contact. Any tips to a whereabouts or anything along them lines, please contact Evansville PD I am not a detective. YouTubers are not detectives. Unless they are former law enforcement, don't contact them with information because all they're going to do is make content out of it. That information might need to be kept private and might need to be investigated. If you go and give it to a YouTuber and they burst it on their channel, they could have tipped the person that you were tipping off in. Right, I think I've got one more clip for you guys. Let's have a look at that. I do have as well his property. So while this clip plays, I'll get that up for you.
Her name is Andi Wagner.
She's my daughter, her sister. She was loved.
And it's been 8 heartbreaking months since her mother Elaine and sister Alex last saw or talked to her as she went missing on August 6th.
It's been hard. It's been like a roller coaster.
According to her mother, she believes the detectives leading her case have made some progress as they've received a few updates regarding her whereabouts, but nothing has been set in stone. And she wants to make sure Andi continues to get coverage until she is found.
We're afraid they're gonna let her case go cold. Especially if we stop putting, it out there that she's still missing, then they're for sure gonna forget about it.
Until that day she returns, they've taken steps to research themselves because every day without her feels like eternity.
Keep her posted. That's why we keep sharing, because if we stop, they're gonna stop and it's gonna go cold and we're never gonna know what happened.
Andi is 5'6", 115 pounds, has dark brown hair and brown eyes. She was last seen wearing an orange tank top and jeans. She's also known to visit the Oakland City area. If you have any information regarding Andi's whereabouts, you are encouraged to contact the Evansville Adults Investigations Unit by calling the number shown on the screen. Andi's family is asking the public to be on the lookout for her. Reporting in Evansville, Sydney Spencer, 44 News.
Okay, 1 second. So I don't have the video according to this. Okay. I've deleted the video. I apologise for that. I can go over it again anyway, and we'll play it in the background while I have the family on, because I want as much visibility for you guys as possible. We can do though is we can have a look back over that website for those that didn't see at the beginning. This is nothing to do with me. This is the family sharing it. So the family are sharing it. I'll share it. Website. What have I done with that now? So let's see if we can get the t-shirts up for you. You see, look, they're both. If you look in the top corner, they are double-sided. Missing Andi Wagner since August 6th, 2022. And then on the back, Be Andy's Voice, $25,000 reward, call or text, and then you got the numbers. If anybody would like to get a t-shirt to support the family, then please do. You got all the instructions on there. Oh, it's actually £19.99. So that means, let's just see if it changes if you jump up a size. Sometimes these sites change like that. But yeah, it does, but it's not much. But you see, in dollars, that should be a lot cheaper. I'm not sure how much without converting, but these are really cheap and a great way to support the family. Not only are you advertising for them, but you're also you've got something to keep. Oh, that's kids' clothes. You've got something to keep for yourselves, because eventually there's another case here. I'm not sure about this case, but this is the other case. Elaine Garcia. That's actually the name of, I believe, that's her mom. I could be wrong, but I believe that's her mom. So that'll be why they're linked together as well. That will. But yeah, if you want to show support to the family, this is the way to do it. This is nothing to do with the channel. This is completely, yeah. So the woman that we saw on the news in the family clip, that's her mom. So the other T-shirt on here is actually her mom, and it explains through the tattoo. Remember the tattoo? Yeah. Until we meet again. So it looks like they're quite active. Yeah. This is the T-shirt that I'll be buying for myself. Uh, they look good quality T-shirts. So and they're nowhere near as much as normal T-shirts cost. So that's always a bonus. Don't forget, guys, to have a look at the link at the top of the chat. The run and sign up thing again. Like I said, Boss is going to be doing it. So any donations towards the channel will now be going towards this. I will pay for StreamYard. We'll be paying for this. If anybody wants to do it, get in contact with me. If the donations come through, I will pay for you as well. Even if we do it where you can pay, say, $10 of it, and then because I want as many people out there being active for the channel, not just for the channel, but doing things to help these cases. We're not going to be a channel that just sits here and makes content out of these people. Do you know what I mean? These people matter, and a way we can show them matter is if you live in Indiana, get a flyer. If need be, I will send you the money to get the flyer copied and post it everywhere. If you have Facebook and you're in Indiana, share this live. This live, you could share this and someone can see it and tip in the tip that they need. Let's try and help these cases one bit further. I'm not going to sit here and say let's investigate, because I'm not an investigator. I'll leave that to the police. Here's the website for you if you want to have a look at this website. We will be having the family on Wednesday. So if yous are here now or on replay, comment below on this video or on the flyers video, on the flyers that I post, what you want to ask the family, and we'll get it asked. Yeah, Mustang, thank you. That's great. This is what it's about. If you have Twitter, put this live on Twitter, because Twitter is a fantastic place for things like this. We're not trying to get, we're not trying to be the next Jake Paul on this channel and make millions and millions of pounds and pay for our Disney Plus. We are literally, any money raised for this channel, we will put back into the cases that we cover as a thank you to you guys and just to help the family. Yes, please hit the like button. I'm going to end this live here. I'm going to leave it to you guys to ask questions in the comments that you want asked. Share the live out. I can't stress that enough to you. Hit like on the video. If you hit like, it's going to push us into the algorithm. The more likes we get, and then that's more likely to get this live seen. I don't get paid by the view. Yeah, I don't get paid. I get donations from you guys, but I don't get paid by the view. So don't think I'm telling you, let's get these views up because I get paid by the view. I don't. It's all about getting these cases out there, getting these cases seen, helping Andy's family get the answers that they need. I'm going to leave it there. Anybody in my Discord that wants to have a chat about the things that I've discussed on this live, I will be in voices. Anybody who wants to get involved with the 5K run, my email is rbfrank. It's right there at the bottom, actually. Anybody who wants to donate to it to get somebody on this run, it'll be through these links. The stuff that's donated, like what Freckled Joy, donated, that comes through YouTube monthly. That money for me is currently on hold as I'm going through the ID process. But this money will also go back into the channel and it will help pay for things. Because we're not just going to be a YouTube channel that makes money off these cases. Thank you to Freckled Joy for that donation. Thank you to everybody who came, whether you stayed for a minute or 10 or stayed throughout the whole live. Remember, again, like, share, subscribe, be Andy's voice. Thank you for coming. I'll be Frank. You've been the audience.